Hey guys, Mr. Chan here and welcome to Warrior Biscuit video 3. In this video, I hope to illustrate the importance of the hips in generating power. This video links directly with video 2, which discussed how to be relaxed when transitioning from one movement to another. And we used a wave as our analogy. When you are in a relaxed state, any twisting applied to your body enables the body to coil up and store elastic potential energy. This energy can then be released and exploded. In the case where your whole body is tense and rigid, if you twist from the hip, the upper body ends up moving together like a rod, thereby inhibiting the ability to store and then release this elastic potential energy. Okay, so we want to generate this wave with our hips, but as we're performing the movement, remember not to rely on the attacking or blocking tool to generate power. This is why focusing on the hips is good, because in a way it directs the focus of the power to the hips and away from the hand or foot. And so this means that we end up not tensing our hand or foot during the movement. The quick jolt of the hips generates the wave, which then causes the smooth, effortless, yet powerful technique as discussed in video 2. We have to be careful, however, not to let the hips over-rotate the movement, and in this case our shoulders should be in line with our sitting stance for Do-san. Here are a few more demonstrations showing how the hip generates this wave movement. So as we perform Sankal Debimaki, as I move, I'm going to try and spin and jolt my hips. We can see how my hands whip into place, making sure that they don't over-rotate. In the last few movements of Do-san, the importance of the hip is really evident here because there's so much room for it to twist. As we twist, we move the hips first and then the wave is generated, making sure that the shoulder doesn't over-rotate. Similarly, we see this in Won-Yo, the last few movements, where the hip has 270 degrees to rotate and twist the upper body. The forearm guarding block crashes down and then immediately relaxes afterwards. A last demonstration of where this hip generation is important is in Sanmaki, and this movement really screams out to me to use the hips because it locks and whips the W-shaped blocks into place. I discussed during the Monday class that the trajectory of the stomping foot really resembles that of a side kick, and you want to try and stomp the foot just at the end so that your whole movement really sinks into the ground. Note the position of the hands just behind the head. Grading is coming up in only 1 month, and I'd like you to use this as motivation to try and grasp these two concepts, using your hips to generate the wave technique. I would also encourage you to try and perform this in front of the examiner, because when you're able to perform something in a stressful situation, it really shows me that you understand the concept. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you in video 4.